Happy Friday, Woodrow. This week's shout out goes to our friends. Good friends aren't just playmates, they're companions. You can talk to them and get help from them. Have you ever shown gratitude towards your friend? If not, take time to do so. Because in fun and games, it's easy to forget what a friend really does for us. This week's poll question is: do you like online learning or in person learning? This is in general, not just in reference to the pandemic. Put your answers in the link shown above.
Good morning, Woodrow Wilson. I'm Turisma, your weekly host for this week. Today is December 11th, 2020, and it's an A-Day. As you should know, due to the rise of COVID-19 cases, everyone will go remote. But the schedule will stay the same, with a 4-minute break after every period. Additionally, a tip for remote learning would be to be mindful of talking appropriately and avoid spamming your teachers. This includes the Zoom or Google chats during lessons. It is never a good idea to have your own personal conversation there to distract not only you, but your classmates as well. Now for an interesting fact. Did you know that the famous musician Beethoven could not multiply or divide? Yet he was still able to make such wonderful music. Now, moving on to the next segment.
From last week's riddle, congratulations to Jay, Daksh, Anya, Shreyas, and Tanish for answering both riddles correctly. Today's celebrity birthday shout-out goes to Haley Steinfeld, who's turning 24 today and is an American actress, model, and singer. That's all for today, Woodrow. Bye.
Happy Friday, Woodrow. It's John, your sports host, with this week's biggest sports news. An unlikely contender has emerged from the AFC North. The Cleveland Browns sport 9 wins and 3 losses after this week's meeting in Tennessee. They put up 38 points in the first half, with QB Baker Mayfield throwing 334 passing yards and 4 touchdown passes. Nick Chubb also ran a total of 80 rushing yards for 1 touchdown run. The Browns are mathematically assured to have a winning season. The last time they did that was in 2007. The New York Mets are slated to be a persistent player in this year's offseason, with the entrance of the wealthiest owner in Major League Baseball, Steve Cohen. The Mets haven't made any significant moves other than signing reliever Trevor May to a 2-year deal. Michigan University canceled Saturday's NCAA Big Ten matchup between the Michigan University Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Buckeyes are in contention for the Big Ten championship. However, because the school canceled the game due to an outbreak of COVID-19 in the Michigan team, Ohio State finds itself in an odd dilemma. A rule states that a team must compete in at least 6 games to qualify for the Big Ten championship. Because Ohio State did not play this game, they will not make that 6-game requirement. This has been John with this week's biggest sports news.
On this day in history, December 11, 1941, Germany and Italy had declared war on the United States following the Americans' declaration of war on the Empire of Japan in the wake of the attack of Pearl Harbor. The United States, in turn, declared war on them, and this was officially the start of World War II.
Hello, Woodrow. I'm Ashika, and I'm your other weekly host for this week. Now that we're all staying remote, let's touch up on some tips for remote learning. Make sure to keep your workspace clean. Also, try to concentrate in class, even though it might be difficult. Although it's tempting to play a game or scroll through TikTok during your school lessons, it's important to pay attention so you don't miss anything important that was said by your teachers. As mentioned before, any chat feature should be used for educational purposes only. You shouldn't be spamming the chat or talking to your friends while you're learning. Remember, our teachers are working really hard to create fun lessons for us to learn from, so the least we can do is give them our full attention and not have side conversations that aren't on topic to what we are learning. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email us. Until next week, go Challengers!